Hello, happy Monday. This week you want to focus on lesson 19 and finishing lesson 17 if you haven't done so already. One thing I noticed a lot of people were struggling on was finding equivalent expressions. So you were given a few questions that looked like this, and then you needed to figure out which one was equivalent to this. A lot of people struggled on this one, so I'm going to go over that with you today. So the first thing we want to do is look at this one. So we have 2 times 4, and then we have 2 times x. I'm going to combine like terms so that I have a finished product to work with, so I can see which one of these equals the same thing. So when I do that, I'm going to do 2 times 4, which is 8, and 2 times x, which is 2x. And then I need to figure out my operation right here. So if I look back up here, my operation that combines both of them is an addition sign. So I'm going to put my addition sign. This is your simplified expression. Now I can look over here and see if any of them equal the same thing. Which one does? So it's this. So I automatically know that B is incorrect because B is missing the coefficient in front of the x. So that is not one of our answers. Now I need to figure out which one of these is correct. So since these are using the distributive property, I want to distribute my 2 to everything in the parentheses so I can figure out which one equals this. So let's start with D. So if I were to distribute my 2, it would be 2 times 4, and then 2 times x, because I distribute it to my x as well. And my operation is subtraction. So I already can see that these two are different because they have different operations. If I went further and wanted to simplify, it would be 2 times 4, which equals 8, minus 2x. So that's different. This would not be correct. The top one, we do the same thing. I would do 2 times 4, which equals 8, and then 2 times x, which equals 2x. I bring up my operation, it's addition, and I find that those two are the same. So this is what you want to do for every single one. You have to go through each answer to make sure you figure out which ones are correct. This one had 2. Some of them will just simply ask you if it's equivalent, so you might see something like just this top portion. So it would say, is 2 times 4 plus 2 times x equivalent to 8 plus 2x? You would answer yes. Make sure you watch for those signs. So if you're struggling with equivalent expressions and like terms, this would be a good one to view. Another thing, you cannot combine exponents if they are not the same. I already went over this, but if you have 4x to the second power and 4x to the third power, those are different. Don't combine them. All right? So again, this one goes with lesson 17. I'm going to be posting a video on lesson 19 a little later. So finish up those assignments for me, and I can't wait to see your work. Have a great day.